Now, one of the biggest technology stories that everyone is buzzing about is more on Google's acquisition of Motorola. Now, yesterday we showed you this headline where Google acquired Motorola for a cool $12.5 billion, but everyone spent all day yesterday and all morning sort of dissecting this new acquisition, what it means for Google, what it means for smartphones. So let's dive into the conversation, taking a look at what some notable blogs are saying. Now, over on the deal book for the New York Times, they are saying that many people are questioning whether or not Google is actively pursuing a new breakthrough into the smartphone market. Yet, according to DealBook, they say that Google says no. That's right. Even though it might seem like they're going after the smartphone, Google is actually going after Motorola's portfolio of patents. They have about 17,000 of them, and Google says this is what they want. So much so that during a conference call with news media, Google mentioned those 17,000 patents 24 times. And they talked about Motorola's handset smartphone business as almost an afterthought. So while it isn't ruling it out entirely, Google does say that the smartphone isn't the real motivator here, that building a smartphone, building a handset isn't exactly what Google is going for next. Now, if they aren't going for the smartphone, if they don't want the hardware that comes with Motorola, what else could they be after? Well, Mashable also took a stab at this question, and they say that it's more about just mobile phones, that it actually could be a whole lot more about Google TV. So this is where it gets interesting. Mashable says it's really Google TV, which has sort of failed in recent years. It hasn't been called a failure just yet, but it hasn't taken off the way that Google and many other analysts had hoped for. But they say that partnering with Motorola could bring about new hardware for Google TV that could make it a Google TV-enabled set-top box option for its cable customers. So this is a huge innovation that could come from some of those Motorola patents. Once again, as Google reminds us, there's 17,000 of them to choose from. Well, many people are also asking, was this a good idea for Google? Was it a smart move? Mashable takes it to a poll, and they have the answers for us. A whopping 44% say yes, it will make Android and Google a better company. So that is the large majority of the answers, but in second place, it's simply not sure. It depends on what Google does with Motorola, and over a quarter of people feel that way. So it's still somewhat too early to tell, but this is a major acquisition done by Google and something that still is having ramifications in the tech and social media world today.